In this video, we'll cover adding payment accounts such as credit cards and checking and savings accounts to the customer record in Service CEO. With the introduction of payment processing, we've made some changes to the customer record. First, we'll overview those, then we'll show you how to add a credit card account as well as a checking and savings account. On the top part of the customer record, above the notes section, you'll notice that what was previously the payment information tab has now been removed as a tab and is now visible in the entire customer record. Let's click edit and take a look at the options. The default payment type field functions as it did before. However, you can now add a default credit card account as well as a default checking and savings account should you have one for this particular customer. The account that you make the default, whether it be credit card or checking and savings, will be the default account selected when you choose either a credit card or a checking savings payment account. You can always change this on each payment. The default payment terms field also functions as it did before. The only real change here is the inclusion of the default credit card account and the default checking and savings account drop-downs, as well as the moving of this information out of a separate payment information bar and into their own fields visible here. Now let's save this and add a credit card account. Moving further down the customer record, we'll see 3 new fields next to the Invoices and Payments tab. The first is the Transaction Log tab. This will show a record of all attempts to charge either a credit card or a checking and savings account through Service CEO's payment processing. The next is the Credit Card Accounts tab. This is where you'll be able to see all credit accounts that are currently active on this record, as well as can add any new credit card accounts here. Finally, the Checking and Savings Accounts tab allows you to see any checking and savings accounts on this customer, as well as to add in new ones. Now let's add in a credit card account. First, we click Add Credit Card Account here. You have the option to select the business unit and change the billing address as well as the name on the card in this screen. You then click Enter Secure Card Info here to bring up a little pop-up that allows you to enter the credit card information into a secure window through the payment processing. We'll go ahead and enter in the information here. Please keep in mind that if you enter in an invalid credit card account, you get an error message saying that this is an invalid card. We click Process Transaction. Service CEO then sends the credit card information to the payment service provider who stores the information. At any point, you're free to edit the card information, such as the name on the card and the billing address. Also, when you view a particular credit card, at the bottom, you'll see a little mini transaction log for that particular account. Now let's go back and add a checking and savings account. This is done very similarly by checking the Checking and Savings Account tab and clicking Add Checking and Savings Account. You fill out the information as you see here. Again, the red starred fields mean that they're required. You select the type of the account, and again, update the billing address here. Once we click Save, this checking and savings account has been added to the customer's record, and again, we see a little mini transaction log down at the bottom. Again, once you've added a checking or savings account, you're free to come back and update the information at any time. Once you've added accounts to a customer record, they'll be visible in the Credit Card Accounts tab as well as the Checking and Savings Accounts tab. If you have more than 3 accounts, you'll have to click the View All Credit Cards account link on the right. This concludes the training video on adding customer payments accounts. Please be sure to watch the next video on adding and processing a credit card or checking and savings payment through Service CEO.